Hi YouTube fam. So the last first impressions video that I did was for it wasn't Blade Runner. Oh, Star Wars, The Last Jedi. The one I'm going to do today is Avengers Infinity War. I went in a little hesitant. The last time I remember seeing so many people in a film was Spider-Man 3, and that did not work well. This one, it was, now I've only seen it once. It was so good. The cats are yelling in the background, fighting. Gosh. What can I say about Avengers? Bring tissues. Like, seriously. This is not going to be, I want to try to keep it spoiler-free in the beginning, but then there's going to be some spoilers. I had already heard a podcast, so I knew some spoilers, I knew some things that were going to happen, and I'll go ahead and tell you, it was the Storm of Spoilers podcast. It had no effect on how I felt about the movie. I knew somebody big was going to die, but when it happened, the things that were said, I'm sorry. God, my face looks awful. This is all because of that frickin' movie. I'm gonna get a little personal here. So, a few years ago, almost 3, exactly, my mom died. And, to be honest, ever since then, movies that involve people I care about getting sick, dying, whatever, they do affect me more. I do get sad more. I'm taken back there more than I used to be. And this one really did it. There were 2 people. So spoilers from here on out, okay? Because I'm just going to talk about it. So, Scarlet Witch, right? When she is trying to break the stone, and I didn't even really think about it at the time, when she's trying to break the stone to destroy it, to stop Thanos, and Vision is saying, I love you. And she's doing it because it's the right thing to do. Like, I went back to my mom because she was in the ICU and we had to take her off life support. Like, I couldn't help but go there and try to feel for her, which she had to decide and to go through, so it took me there. So if anybody's had an experience similar to that, be warned, okay? That's gonna be a hard scene. And then Josh Brolin, wow. Not once did I think of Thanos as a villain. And I don't know how they did it. The CGI for his face was phenomenal. There was like one point early on where Thanos grabbed Thor, like that looked very CGI, but that was really, of course only after seeing it once, that was really the only part of the movie, CGI wise, that I didn't like. God, that's stupid cats. When Gamora killed him, or thought she did, Zoe Saldana, wow. Like, you could see that when she acted that scene, it felt real. It felt like she went somewhere in herself. And it, like, I believed her. I believed that this man that she hated, she also deeply loved. And then when he killed her, I felt it too. I knew as soon as oh God, I can't even think of his name. As soon as it was said that, you know, you'd have to give up something you love, I already knew it at that point that Thanos did love her. So when she's, you know, monologuing, and she gets to the point at the end, she's like, "You're screwed. There's nothing you love." I'm like, "Oh no, you're dead." He loves you, but he has to kill you because I believed his story. I didn't believe... Not once did I think he was doing this out of hatred, out of being evil. I believed him. I really believed him. So he was never a villain to me. He was a man struggling with something huge, and he had an answer. And it was not a popular one. And he saw no other way around it. But he made the decision. And he followed through on it. And I can relate to that. So the other moment that really got to me, I look awful, I'm so sorry. You know, I liked Spider-Man. He was really cute in Civil War. He was really fun. And then he was really good in his own movie. And he was really funny in this one. And of course, you have to realize the relationship that he had with Tony before from the other movies. So if you haven't seen the other movies, it may not have been as big for you, but when he turns around and he says, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good," I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is it. And they were slower with, like, dissolving him into ash than the other ones. When he hugged him and he cried out, "I'm not ready, I don't want to go," I'm like, oh. Like, that was real. Like, I didn't seem like acting at all. I don't know how he did that. Tom, you were phenomenal. I don't know how you did that. And I don't think you'll ever see this, but you were so good. I don't know if I can see this movie again. Like, I really don't. Maybe if I've had a drink before. I mean, it's a comic book movie. It's a stupid Avengers movie. Like, it's not supposed to do this. Like, I'm not supposed to, like, have tears coming out both sides of my face. The lady next to me is crying. I am, like, ugly crying in the theater. Like, it's not pretty. Thank God I had on waterproof mascara, and I did not wear foundation because nothing was sliding on my face today. Like, I think I'm gonna have to go and watch something funny now. Maybe like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know. I need something really funny. But Avengers, I'm torn. I don't know if I'm going to see it again. I want to. And now that I know it's coming, like, maybe I can prepare myself for those scenes. But going into the movie and with the scenes coming up and being able to see things fall in place and know what's going to happen. But it has to happen anyway. Like, that's a thing in and of itself, you know. So I don't know. We'll see. First viewing, I think it's my favorite Marvel movie out of all of them. I'd have to see it again. Sure, there were some problems. I've heard people talk about the way that they didn't like the girl fight against Proxima Midnight. I'm like, Black Widow was fighting one of the other dudes, like, earlier. I didn't care that it was a girl fight. Like, they kicked ass. She was not an easy person to beat. It could have been a guy. the genders didn't matter. They were beating up a badass villain, and they did a really good job. So, Proxima's death was nice. I did like that. Okay. Her CGI was, they definitely did not spend as much money and time on her CGI as they did on Josh Brolin's Thanos, which, I mean, it's understandable, but still. Like, they could have had a woman, they could have had Carrie Coon, like, in makeup and just filmed her face talking. It would have been so much better. Okay, so there's my two gripes. The CGI could have been a little better in a couple spots. Hopefully I'll be able to work up the nerve to watch it again. And if you saw it, let me know what you think. Post it down in the comments below. Did you ugly cry too, or is it just me? I feel like it shouldn't be just me. Like, somebody else needs to ugly cry at this movie. Okay? Let me know I'm not alone. Okay? Bye.